Gerson and Schwartz Accident and Injury Lawyers is a well-known, highly respected personal injury law firm in Miami, Florida. For decades the firm has represented victims in all types of accident, injury and wrongful death lawsuits. Founded by Philip M. Gerson in 1970, our firm is known in the legal profession for our lengthy and successful track record of meaningful service to our clients and the community. Our Miami personal injury lawyers have extensive experience representing seriously injured people and their families in auto, car and motor vehicle accidents, cruise ship accidents, medical malpractice, crime victims, and product liability resulting in catastrophic consequences. Our personal injury attorneys have over 100 years of collective experience exclusively representing plaintiffs in catastrophic injury and wrongful death claims. The firm's senior partner has a preeminent AV rating by Martindale-Hubbell and is consistently recognized in the top lawyers listings of the South Florida Business Review, Super Lawyers and many other personal injury lawyer rating publications. Gerson and Schwartz Accident and Injury Lawyers gives each client the attention and guidance needed to obtain the compensation they deserve. Our Miami personal injury attorneys help clients in all phases of accident, injury, and wrongful death claims from initial investigation through trial and appellate proceedings. Contrary to the trend with many other injury law firms, Gerson and Schwartz has remained small in numbers in order to provide the highest quality of service to our clients. Each client case is worked on by all the firm's partners. The senior partners are honors graduates of the University of Miami School of Law and have practiced law extensively for decades in all Florida state and federal courts. Our Miami injury lawyers only focus on serious injury and death cases due to the careless and negligent acts of third parties. Our commitment to every client is to help each get a full cup of justice. That means we go as far as needed. We won't hesitate to bring your case to trial and to a jury. We will take or defend appeals to the highest court in the land. Our mission is simple. Our job is to find the truth and use it in courtrooms to get justice for our clients and thereby promote safety for others. What does personal injury law cover? Personal injury laws provide legal recourse for accident and injury victims who sustain bodily harm caused by others. A personal injury claim or a lawsuit may arise from a negligent, careless, reckless, or even intentional act. General principles of negligence state we all owe a duty of care to others based on the circumstances. The wrongdoer in a personal injury claim may be an individual, a corporation, a small business, or a professional. Our Miami personal injury attorneys have assisted numerous clients by thoroughly investigating the causes of their accidents and injuries, identifying all responsible parties, and seeking compensation from all wrongdoers and their insurers. Any person, corporation, or combination of parties can be negligent if they breach their duty of care to others. Negligence does not require culpable intent. The conduct that caused the harm only must fall below the level of care a reasonable person would use under like circumstances. The nature and extent of the duty owed depends on the facts and circumstances our personal injury lawyers will analyze in every case. Our personal injury lawyers in Miami represent victims and their families for all types of accident and serious injury-related events. Catastrophic injuries such as traumatic brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, burn injury, paralysis, loss of limbs, and loss of bodily functions are life-changing outcomes resulting from auto, car and motor vehicle accidents, motorcycle crashes, truck accidents, premises liability, defective products, and medical malpractice. We have been to trial on every type of these cases. All are within our extensive experience. We aggressively represent our clients in car accident cases including every mechanism of injury from head-on collisions, T-bone collisions, side impact crashes, drunk driving accidents, rear-end crashes and defective manufacture and/or product design cases against manufacturers. Our personal injury attorneys in Miami have a long history dating back to 1971 negotiating and litigating all types of automobile accident cases. If we are retained to represent you, our Miami injury lawyers will gather all evidence needed to support your case in court. All potential evidence will be investigated and preserved to maximize full and fair compensation for our clients. Motorcycles are ingrained in American culture and are here to stay. Most riders are safety conscious and careful. Unfortunately, too many motorists don't respect the motorcyclists' equal rights to use the roads and highways. Others simply don't keep a lookout for cycles, bikes, and pedestrians. Our Miami personal injury attorneys understand the laws that apply to motorcycles and have experience enforcing them when riders are injured because of someone else's negligence. Slip and falls accidents are common. Careful investigation often reveals these accidents are preventable if landowners and business operators undertake thoughtful, reasonable safety measures. Slip-resistant floor applications, elimination of tripping hazards, improved lighting and signage warning of hidden dangers are some of the remedies our lawyers have demonstrated in court to show how simple accident avoidance can be. Almost always land and business owners try to blame the victim. The truth is, most guests on the property of others are careful and blameless when the root causes of a fall are determined. Over the years, our accident lawyers have succeeded helping Miami slip, trip and fall accident victims in every imaginable scenario. From slippery surfaces, non-conforming steps, inadequate handrails, poor visual conspicuity, inferior cleaning and maintenance practices are just some of hazards creating unnecessary and avoidable risks which lead to serious injury and even death for unsuspecting visitors. Our personal injury lawyers in Miami have the experience and expertise to prove in court that the land and business owners were at fault, not the victims. Trucks are not just bigger cars. These multi-ton industrial vehicles are designed differently. The safety and comfort manufactured into automobiles take a second priority to road-dominating these freight-moving machines. Special rules apply to commercial truck drivers as well as the vehicles they drive and tow. Some Miami attorneys lack the experience and expertise needed to understand the liability of transportation enterprises. The personal injury attorneys of Gerson and Schwartz Accident and Injury Lawyers have the resources, experience, and know-how to help truck accident victims. Catastrophic injury cases are very different from other cases. Finding enough financial responsibility to compensate injured parties for the lifelong consequences are always a challenge. Some law firms only look at initial insurance policy information to determine whether there is adequate insurance coverage. In car, auto, motorcycle accidents where there are serious to catastrophic injuries, we always conduct a thorough investigation of the case facts to identify and pursue all potential parties. Our Miami injury attorneys explore all potential parties and investigate all viable legal theories before a final determination is made. Every landowner and business operator in control of property owes a duty of reasonable care to people who are lawfully on the property. Every landowner and business operator in control of property owes a duty of reasonable care to people who are lawfully on the property. Inadequate security and safety are the core features of liability lawsuits when someone is a crime victim, slips or trips and falls, or is harmed by some other dangerous condition on another's property. We know how to measure the safety needs and compare the measures undertaken to make and keep property safe. When the owners and operations fail, eventually somebody gets badly harmed. Let us help you understand what happened, why, and how it could have been prevented. We will be prepared to prove it in court too. Different laws, federal, state and foreign, apply to cruise ship injury and death claims. Some require more experience to understand compared to land-based tort law. Our lawyers are skilled at representing injured passengers and crew members who suffer serious injuries at sea. Our attorneys are trained to understand the complex web of international treaties, agreements, international maritime law, and laws of foreign countries. This special remedy exists by statute. It provides compensation to statutory survivors of all types of wrongdoing. Whether it is automobile, truck, cruise ship, airline, premises liability, medical malpractice, defective product or some other mechanism of injury, we have the experience to apply the wrongful death laws for the benefit of our clients. Our children are the most vulnerable people in our society. They sometimes do childish things. Our laws provide many accommodations to the needs of our kids. Lower speed limits, adult supervision, and product warnings are just a few we can mention here. No identifiable group has less ability to protect themselves from harm, nor does any need our help more. When a child has been injured, special care is needed to help to full recovery. Our Miami personal injury lawyers have over 50 years of experience understanding the extra care needed to help child injury victims recover and grow to normal happy adulthood. For over 50 years, we have represented crime victims in civil cases suing for money damages. Over this span of years, every type of crime victim lawsuit has been brought, including cases for victims of murder, kidnapping, armed robbery, rape, sexual assault, assault and battery, stalking, sexual molestation, and others. Terrorism, threats, intentional infliction of emotional distress and/or mental pain and suffering, domestic violence and abuse, clergy and school abuse, exploitation, and other individual wrongs done to our clients have been the subject of our practice. Countless victims have benefited from our experience and dedication to helping people. These types of cases are usually filed when people are seriously injured or victimized on public and private property. We have successfully brought lawsuits for negligent and inadequate security measures against shopping centers, bars, hotels, motels, theaters, concert halls, apartment buildings, other places where public gatherings take place. Retailers, landowners, business owners and operators, store owners, security companies, special event promoters, and others have been held accountable for serious injury victims and wrongful death because of our commitment to justice for innocent victims. Our law firm has brought cases in virtually every medical specialty for failure to correctly diagnose, failure to provide appropriate treatment, and surgical errors. We admire doctors, nurses, and all providers for their commitment to public health and dedication to helping overcoming disease and traumatic injury. However, when mistakes are made, professionals must be accountable. When lawyers or engineers commit an error, we sue them too. Doctors and hospitals are no different. We make them accountable for their negligence and to pay what the law requires. Injury victims and their families are entitled to recover full compensation for financial losses caused by the negligence of others. The total amount of money you may recover includes both economic and non-economic losses. Economic losses mean fire rescue, air/land/sea ambulance, hospital and doctor bills, future medical treatment including surgery, and other out-of-pocket expenses. Injury victims can also recover for lost income, loss of earning capacity, and loss of employment benefits suffered as a result of their inability to work. Non-economic damages include money for pain and suffering, mental anguish, disability, scarring, disfigurement, the loss of capacity to enjoy life for both physical and psychological harms. All of these non-economic losses are part of the human loss after traumatic injury from an auto accident, motorcycle crash, a catastrophic injury, a disease caused by a product or wrongful death of a loved one. The decision to hire a personal injury lawyer is an important one. When disaster has changed a family's lives, careful selection of an attorney who has successfully helped others is crucial. Remember that when you choose a Miami personal injury attorney upon whom you will be depending for justice,